If you've ever felt lost, overwhelmed, or unsure of yourself, then this story will find you where you are. Long ago, nestled between emerald hills and silver rivers, there lay a small village called Darnall. In that village lived a young man named Elias, a quiet soul with eyes that always seemed to wander toward the horizon. While others were content with farming, trading, or tending flocks, Elias dreamed of something more, though he could never quite explain what more meant. He often spoke of ideas too vast for the villagers to grasp, of stars that told stories, winds that carried wisdom, and dreams that were more real than waking life. His father, a blacksmith hardened by years of fire and toil, would sigh in frustration. "Elias, words won't feed you. Dreams won't forge a blade." But Elias couldn't help himself. Every time someone misunderstood him, he tried harder, explaining, defending, clarifying. And every attempt left him more tangled in doubt. The more he tried to be understood, the less understood he became. One morning, as the mist rolled low over the valley, Elias sat beside the river that divided the village from the forest. He watched his reflection ripple in the water, blurred and shifting. It struck him then. He had become like that reflection, always changing shape to be seen clearly by others, never still enough to see himself. He whispered to the wind, "If no one understands my heart, perhaps it is time to find where it belongs." And so, with a satchel of bread, a quill, a small notebook, and the courage that comes only from exhaustion, he began to walk toward the distant mountains that glowed gold beneath the rising sun. The path was not kind. The first days were marked by hunger, blisters, and silence. But the silence, Elias found, was oddly comforting. It did not ask him to explain. One evening, he came across an old traveler resting beneath a tree. The man had no map, no pack, not even shoes. Only a calm smile that seemed to know everything. "Where are you headed, boy?" the traveler asked. "I'm searching for understanding," the man chuckled softly. "Then stop explaining. You can't be understood while you're busy defending yourself." Elias didn't understand then, but he listened. For once, he didn't argue. Days turned to weeks. In a bustling city surrounded by golden walls, he met a woman who painted without speaking. Her art was breathtaking, wild, emotional, free. Crowds gathered, begging to know what her paintings meant. She only smiled and continued painting. Elias approached her one afternoon. "You never tell anyone what your art means?" She shook her head gently. "Why should I? Those who feel it will know." Her words settled into his heart like seeds in fertile soil. For the first time, he began to see the beauty in silence, in mystery, in being. But his journey was far from easy. There were nights when loneliness struck him like thunder. In the darkness, he doubted himself. What if they're right? What if silence makes me invisible? Yet whenever fear crept close, he remembered the traveler's words. Stop explaining. So he learned to observe. He listened to the world instead of arguing with it. The rain taught him rhythm. The wind taught him surrender. And the stars, the stars, taught him that meaning never needs to shout. As seasons turned, Elias grew not louder, but deeper. He learned that peace does not arrive when others understand you. It arrives when you no longer need them to. One night, after months of wandering, Elias reached the mountain's peak. The air was thin, the world vast beneath him. The sky blazed with countless stars, each pulsing like a heartbeat of eternity. He sat in silence. No words, no audience, just the endless hum of existence. And there, he understood. He didn't need to convince the world of his worth, only to live it. He didn't need to explain his dreams, only to follow them. He didn't need to be understood to be real. When he finally returned to his village, nothing had changed, except him. His father still questioned, the villagers still gossiped. But Elias smiled gently, said nothing, and helped a child fix a broken toy by the riverbank. And for the first time, they saw him, not his words, not his explanations, but him. This story teaches us that when you stop explaining yourself, you stop living for approval and start living in truth. The world doesn't need your explanations, it needs your example. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe for more tales that speak to the soul. Because every story you hear can help you discover your own.